I've talked about video game censorship quite a bit on the channel over the past year or two, especially when it comes to Sony PlayStation. They do a lot of censorship, especially when it comes to games from Japan, particularly if it's an anime-styled game. They really like to bring the hammer down on it. Then, of course, if you want to play the game as intended, Nintendo or Steam or, hell, even Xbox do a pretty good job of just giving you the unedited version. And now we have a case of something being a little bit too violent, apparently, for Sony, as horror game Martha is Dead to be modified on PlayStation, but not Xbox or PC. So you have this game, Martha is Dead. I have not played it, but I did see a clip going around on social media. Here's the statement from them directly. These are the developers of the game, Wired Productions. And I'm not too against them for doing this because, well, they're still putting the game out uncensored. They pretty much say, like, we have to do it. It's regrettable, but Sony's making us do it. And people are actually applauding this. Like, thank God for censorship. Now, the reason that we're getting this censorship, I believe, is because of a scene that was floating around on social media where you see a woman get her face cut off, basically. The knife, like, moves from one side of her face to the other side of her face, and you take it off. I don't know why. I don't really know too much about this game other than it's a horror game. Now, I can't show you that scene, probably, because of YouTube. I bet if I was streaming the game, it would be fine. But if I were to show you it in this video, because YouTube is inconsistent with their rules, I would probably get in trouble. But it's basically, like I said, a girl who's dead getting her face cut off. And there's actually people out there calling for censorship, which is crazy to me. Like, it's a horror game. I'm pretty sure it would have the appropriate rating attached to it with reasons as to why it got that rating, which are always attached to it. If you don't like those kinds of games, just don't play them. Problem solved. But no, we actually have people out there championing this and say we need to censor it because I can't handle it. Nobody else can, so we have to have it censored. Now, the silver lining, like I said, is that the Xbox and the PC version will not be censored. But yet this is, once again, an example of Sony censoring game content. And the scary thing is PlayStation is in the lead. Like, they're like the top dog. So I'm glad that they're not censoring the other versions, but sometimes developers will censor everything because of one platform. So, quick TLDR, if you really want to buy this game, don't buy it on PlayStation because you're going to get a nerfed experience. The PlayStation versions of upcoming horror game Martha is Dead have been modified to remove certain elements despite the original version launching as normal on Xbox and PC. It's not clear what has been modified, but Martha is Dead is already notable for an unflinching look at graphic elements, even in its trailers. The announcement came in a tweet below, posted just 10 days before Martha is Dead's launch. Expressing regret at the change, the developer's statement was prefaced with a warning that the game was always intended for adult audiences, with play consisting of potentially discomforting scenes and themes that may distress some players. It was announced that the physical version on PlayStation would be delayed for a small number of weeks. And that's pretty much it. Here's the statement again if you want to pause and read that. But they're absolutely right when they said that they made this game for adults. There's a scene from a live stream that's circulating around where a girl is like flinching and crying basically when she saw the scene. Like, why are you playing a game like this? If you don't want to play a horror game, don't play Martha is Dead. Like, what do you expect? That's just so crazy to me. Literally, like, the game is fine. It's got some hardcore scenes in it. But, I mean, what I saw was no different than playing a Resident Evil game. Resident Evil Village had some pretty hardcore shit in it. Nobody was crying about that. I mean, it's just wild to me. If you don't like it, don't play it. I think that's a fair statement. But no, because a small group of people bitched, Sony immediately dropped to the knee and changed it. It's pretty crazy and telling. Like, I'm surprised people jump all over PlayStation when they pull shit like this. And there'll probably even be people defending this. This is wild to me. Like, defending this censorship. I've seen people defending this censorship. A couple of accounts at least. Like, it's just wild to me. If you don't like it, that's fine. Like, I'm really not interested in playing this game either, to be honest. It didn't look like something I'd want to play. Like, I'm pretty picky on games like this. As far as, like, horror games, like Resident Evil and Silent Hill games are the only ones that I've truly enjoyed. And it's like, you know, like, this kind of content really isn't for me, to be honest. But you know what I'm not doing? Running around saying it needs to be censored. I'm just probably not going to play the game. It's just wild to me. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Sony? This is a dumb move. It's a dumb move business-wise. You're quickly becoming like the Puritan console. And eventually, I mean, like, headlines like this headline says a lot with very little. Horror game Martha is Dead to be modified on PlayStation, but not Xbox or PC. You know? Jeez, Sony, what Nintendo put it on there next? They'll put it on Switch and it'll be uncensored, but not on PlayStation. Come to PlayStation if you want the censored versions. Anyway, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And as always, I'll see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. They're usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out.